Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us for another episode of Stay Connected here in the Roaring Fork Valley. And today I'm excited because I am at TreadZ, Toad & Company, with Jon Zalinski. Jon, let me ask you something right off the bat.
Sure.
Toad & Company, how come it isn't like Toads with a Z and Company?
So
tell us how you got this name.
yeah, so Toad is actually not my company. I actually work with this company. It is a brand of itself, and it used to be called Horny Toad, which is an actual animal. Being from Chicago, I had no idea, but there is a little bumpy lizard called the horned toad.
No, I grew up in California where my brother and I used to catch the horned toad, and it's really prehistoric. It had like these
Yes.
on the back of his neck. It had this,
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
And so the logo, you'll see, the bumps on a lizard, but it is a horned toad. But now with the internet, having the word horny toad brings up some interesting images. So it was shrunken down to toad. When it was Horny Toad, it started in Telluride, and a couple girls a couple people making some hats out of remnants of fabrics, and it just grew. And now it's Toad & Co. I don't even think they call it company.
Toad & Co.
I think it's just Co. And they wanted the Co to be a little bit more encapsulating with could be company, could be
cooperative.
Yeah, all of that. So they're trying to, have a 30,000 foot image of their brand name, but it is Toad & Co. Now they've moved out of Telluride, and now they're in Santa Barbara.
Oh, so they started in Telluride. Well,
Yeah.
that's cool that you got a piece of the toad right here, because Glenwood needed something like this in Glenwood Springs.
Yeah.
I mean, when I walk in here, I look at this as I come in here because it's a men's store, or at least that's what my intention is. That I come here because I think there's men's clothing, and then I see these women clothing, which makes me say I'm coming in here for myself, but then I'll find something for my wife or my girlfriend,
For sure.
or my friend.
Yes. And
So how did you establish that kind of?
yeah, so it being its own brand, they kind of bring designs and things like that out of California, and trying to meet a certain mountain lifestyle. And they do a really good job of fits and comfort. And then their big claim to fame is their fabrics, because of their sustainability statement that they hold as their golden rule to not make anything that's not sustainable. So all of the fabrics that you see here are
Why don't you show us some?
Yeah. So we have dresses, we have shirts for guys. It's kind of multifaceted with skirts, skirts, things like that for ladies, shirts, shorts for guys.
Well, tell me about the fabric for one thing,
Yeah.
because I'm a tailor's son, and so I really like fabrics. I feel them. I like how they fit on you.
Yeah.
So I just don't buy a shirt. It has to feel right, and it has to breathe right. And so tell us about some of this fabric and what.
Yeah, so underneath each of the fabrics, or each of the garments, is a fabric content, and this one says 50% organic cotton, 30% recycled cotton, and 20% recycled polyester. So every piece in here has a sustainable story, and then once you wear it and it is on your body, you're super comfortable in it. All of their colors kind of mix and match, and they will deal with recycled wools, polyesters.
Where do they manufacture this? Where does it come from?
Yeah, they have many different factories that meet their requirements, and then it gets shipped to Chicago, and it gets sent out of a distribution center in Chicago, which is a whole nother Toad initiative. They use the packing warehouse called PAC. It's adults with disabilities that have work, and they find jobs for them to do within the warehouse situation. I think they've employed over 400 adults with disabilities. They take them out on excursions and things like that, get them out and give them purpose with tasks that work in a warehouse.
That would be interesting to look up and see.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, and they do a lot of good stuff. And because it's out of Chicago, which is where I'm from, I kind of gravitated to wanting to, bring more of Toad to the valley and to the western side of Colorado.
Nice.
So yeah.
The store is opening up next week. Is that the?
Yeah. So we're thinking May 4th is our opening day. We will have masks and probably tape on the floor. We'll meet all of the county's requirements. We submitted our plan, and they said we can roll open doors on May 4th. We'll run our business much the same as if you were to go to City Market or Lowe's or Target.
Okay.
Probably our capacity, because of the size of our store, is a little bit smaller.
Right.
So we're regulated to 10 people in the store at one time, and our employees will be wearing masks. We have all the cleaning solutions, sanitizer, and things like that. So being safe not only for our employees but also for the public. So May 4th.
Mm-hmm. Now I know that I went to Walmart and I walked in like this.
Yeah.
And somebody came after me and said, hey, put on your mask. And it was
That's right.
oh, okay. Thank goodness I had this, because I saw some guy they weren't letting in because he didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So it's important. It's going to be interesting how that navigates. You're going to have actual, what do you mean on the floor? What do you mean putting tape on the floor?
Yeah, we're just letting the public know that they should have some conscious 6 feet of separation between each other. There isn't going to be one way.
Oh, so when you tape on the floor, it's like this is 6 feet from that side, and so there's
just so you have an idea. And then if you're at the register, to give space. So.
Oh, really? So you have to here's your clothes?
Yeah, no. That's why everyone's wearing masks. If you have a chance to bump into somebody within the 6 foot radius, you should be wearing a mask. Both of people should. So that's.
Well, let's go over and take a look at some of the women's stuff. Pockets are good for women now, huh?
Oh yeah, a lot of the dresses.
Well, I got to say this is a little shallow. Something's going to fall out of here, but.
Well, that's because we put a lot of things in ours.
We're used to pockets.
They just like having a place to put something. A lot of the dresses that they have will have pockets.
It's a new thing. I love this material. This material just kind of drapes over you and falls, into place, instead of feeling like it's cardboardish.
And the content on this is tencel, which is a wood pulp byproduct. So it has a really silky hand.
Yeah, really nice.
So everything you buy here or wear here is super comfortable. Yeah. So we have many products, some fall, some spring, even the jumper's been super popular. But
I like this old style coming back.
It's coming back.
I always love that. And you know what? A lot of pockets. We need pockets. Cell phones, all those knickknacks that we have.
Shorts in different lengths. We have, shorts like this, but you can roll it down.
Wow, they're getting short again.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what happens to the all the inventory that you've had? Are you going to have? Is there going to be a sale, or what happens as you've not been selling stuff over time?
Yes. So we're landing spring as fast as we can because we are opening, and we already have a good start with our spring product. And then some of the fall things we will have a little bit of a sale going on, and then we actually ship it back to Toad. They have a store in Freeport, and they have a huge Toad sale there. But as far as our product, we're bringing in spring as fast as we can. A lot of good starts with the inventory that we have, dealing with dresses and shorts and things like that. So
I like these because these are kind of dressy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I bet women would love this because they could still go out and feel a little bit dressed up.
Yeah, you can dress it up, dress it down. That's kind of the neat thing about this line. Yeah, a lot of the things interchange. If you're ever looking for the ultimate black dress, these guys make a lot of black dresses that just are comfortable to wear. What else? The guys, there's shorts, there's jeans, there's khakis. Their big thing is their lean fit khaki that a lot of guys just like wearing because it's really hard to find organic cotton in a pair of pants. So yeah, as far as their product, it's super cool.
When I grew up, my dad used to measure your waist at your belly button.
Yes.
Okay? Nowadays, everything I get is kind of at the hip bone, and when I go down, I mean, I feel like everything is, you know what I mean? I'm always pulling my pants up.
Sure.
Is that it's a trend, it's a style, your waist our waists are lower now?
Yeah, so way back there wasn't any stretch in a lot of materials. So that's why you wore it so high, so when you bent over, you weren't like exposing yourself. And so nowadays with stretch, it can come down a little bit and the fabric will move with you.
So John, let's talk accessories here and all the things that you have that, you know, go with the clothing in a way, because it's kind of an outdoorsy store.
So we've tried to curate things that are sustainably made or made in Colorado or sometimes even made locally. We do sell hammocks. A lot of college kids like hammocks, or even adults on their deck. It's like a parachute fabric that you just string up on a tree, and you don't have to put hooks in the tree. It actually just wraps around the tree, and then you take it down and it fits in one of these. Coat epoxy uses remnants of fabrics. We also carry soaps from Golden, Colorado. We have cards made by a lady in Newcastle. Yeah, some neat things. We try to just make it feel a little bit more personable to Glenwood Springs.
What is this?
Yeah, so this is the suspension system. It's just basically a strap that goes around a tree, and it has a bunch of loops in it so that you can adjust the tension. Once you wrap it around the tree, you can adjust the clip and the tension of the hammock. So you don't have to keep tying knots. You can just clip it and set up your hammock.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, pretty neat.
So this kind of goes with this?
It does. They sell as a pair usually.
Oh, gotcha.
So these are sold, you'll see on the packaging where it's a single hammock, or some are doubles. And most people will buy a double just in case. You can, yeah.
Not in these days. You have to have a single, and you got to be on a tree 6 feet away.
Yeah.
So John, you've been in retail a long time.
Yeah.
And I always wondered, like, I know when I first came here, you were in retail.
Yes.
And Aaron was telling me it was kind of a dream of yours to actually have a retail store. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, growing up in Chicago, I worked for Marshall Fields. And I just had this kind of, I think when I was there, they opened up Tommy Hilfiger for the first time. So it takes me way back. And I just liked that kind of atmosphere where you're trying to meet a customer's needs, actually have them leave, a little bit more, upright and kind of polished. And I always wanted to open my own store. So, growing up, I worked in retail in many different areas and trying to learn, different ways to, process orders, bring product in. When do you do that? How do you do that? How do you have those communications with your reps and your customers and things like that? Mm-hmm. And trying to then put that all together to meet the needs of the community. And it's kind of
it's a dream come true.
Kind of,
and then
yeah.
You ended up with 2 stores.
Two stores, yeah.
That's pretty amazing. That's congratulations on that.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's pretty overwhelming at times, but it doesn't seem like it's a lot of work, even though it is. It just is something we like doing, and it puts us in connection with our community. It gives us kind of this purpose, and we get to bring cool stuff to the valley and make people look sharp.
So both your kids work here?
Yeah, so my son and my daughter you'll see here quite often. They'll be behind the counter or folding clothes or steaming clothes so that you can wear it as you go out.
Well, how are they as salespeople?
Yeah, so, yeah.
I mean, are they bringing in a young crowd or?
Yeah, they do actually, and their friends come in and they're like, whoa, and they start seeing product. They're actually really good salespeople. They've been around us forever in their life, but they've been around the business long enough that they pick up on little, catchphrases and things like that, and all of a sudden it rolls right off their tongue, and they're like, "Whoa!" And then they get really excited when someone listens to them and wants to buy something. They're like, "I finished the sale. That was cool."
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I gotta say, the kids growing up in this kind of environment, they learn so much more than they probably do at school, even though they don't know it.
It's true.
I mean, you're learning numbers,
Yeah.
You're learning communication.
When we go to a trade show, my daughter, Riley, is met by a lot of the companies to grab a catalog and give her opinion on the colors. And then that rep will hold that through the whole trade show, saying, here's what
The pallets.
a 10-year-old or a 13-year-old likes. Yeah, she picks it up right away. This is no good, this is good, this is, I probably wouldn't wear that, I'd wear it with this, and pretty interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
And that helps your business, which is awesome,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We're always bouncing ideas off of them. Hey, would somebody wear this? And they're like, not in a million years. And I'm like, I think it's cool. And they're like, no. So we don't buy it.
Tell me about how people are navigating now buying things from you in this time, and how will that continue?
Right. Most of the sales are online. We will take phone calls and do some private shopping for the customer, or even walk around with a FaceTime with your cell phone, my cell phone, and actually walk them through the store. We have been delivering multiple items to people's homes for them to try on, and then if they wanted to keep something, we would just come back and take their credit card over the phone. But we do have a web presence, toadandcoglenwood.com, and I have two links. One is to the Toad Total store, and then I have our store if you wanted it, real time. What we have in stock, there's a tab to click on for that, so that I can just deliver it to your house, or you can do a drive-by, and I can just bring it out in a bag. So there's lots of different ways to see Toad product online, and then if you wanted to try things on, we can actually just bring it to your house. So
I'll tell you, after being shut down for so long and locked in, I feel like I want to start all new again. I look at my closet, I've been wearing the same stuff, and I just think a lot of people might feel that way.
I think you're right, and so we'll accommodate however you want to shop.
Thanks, John. Thanks for showing us around. I'm really, really impressed with this store.
Thank you.
I like it.
Yeah.
So thanks you for joining us here this week. And if you want to see more video of TreadZ, John's other store, and some other things that are happening in the community in the Roaring Fork Valley, tune in, subscribe. See you next time.